Welcome back to Tiny Grimes Games, and I'm here with another Nintendo Switch video, and today I bring you 7 free games that I think are worth getting. That's right, I said free. It was one of the most shocking moments for me when I bought my Nintendo Switch was I could have practically my whole system filled up with free games. Okay, so let's have a caveat here. This isn't some scam of a way to cheat the system and download Mario Odyssey or something. No, this is games that are either A, partial games when you buy them, say for instance Pinball FX that only gives you one table and you would have to pay money to get more, or demos. Now you may be rolling your eyes right now and going, oh, demos, okay, that's free I guess. But what I mean by demos is there's two kinds of demos. There are demos that give you most of the game, or at least a really full and robust experience, and then there are other demos that just give you a little taste to try to get you going, and I'm not going to be highlighting those today. The demos I'm going to highlight today are the ones that really actually give you quite a bit of gameplay and really either give you the whole game essentially, like Puyo Puyo Tetris, not sure what they were thinking, or at least give you a really good experience. So let's go ahead and jump in. Up first we have Puyo Puyo Tetris, and if you are a Tetris fan like I am, then you will be very happy to find that you get essentially a full Tetris game for free. That's right. I mean, it lets you play by yourself, against a computer, against another person locally. You basically can play Tetris in whatever way you want to do it for free. Now, I'm sure there's other elements of this game that are cool that if you bought the full game you would get, but to be perfectly honest, I have no idea what they are. I have no interest in buying the game. All I want to say is thank you so much for giving me a free Tetris game. If you don't have this yet, go out and get it. This is pretty much universally known as the most robust demo you're gonna find that you get just for free. I can't believe that they've sold a lot of copies of this game, because why would you buy the game now that you have essentially the whole experience? But the bottom line is, if you even mildly enjoy Tetris, it's not a bad game to have on your system. Someone comes over, they want to play a multiplayer game, maybe you just got a Switch, fire up Tetris. Everyone knows how to play Tetris. Your grandma probably can play Tetris and have a great time with you. Go out and get it today. You won't be sorry. Next up, we have Rayman Legends. If you've played Rayman before, you know what you're in for. It's basically a platformer. What's cool about the demo is it has 3 levels you can play through. It has multiplayer as well, so if you have a friend, or to me this especially seems like you know, a child that you want to play with, this is a great opportunity to play with them. You go through, and you can go through 3 different levels. The first one is incredibly easy, as it's just giving you a demo, and then they get a little bit tougher as they go along. It's not a huge challenge, but it is a fun little platformer that you can mess around with if you don't have another platformer yet on your system. But what I'm more excited about is the endless part of this demo, which is the Kung Foot mode, which is basically a soccer game. It reminds me a lot of Rocket League, where you just play soccer with your head and your feet, and you try to kick goals in. So let's go over here into this painting, and now we're going to play a little Kung Foot. So Kung Foot, you basically, you can play with another person or against the AI. Either I am horrid or the AI is not too bad. The AI does much better than I do. Well, I guess since I almost scored on myself there, you can see that I'm pretty bad. But it's a pretty fun game. I think with some other people it would be really fun. Play it with a buddy, play it with a child, whoever. Essentially, what's cool about Rayman Legends is there are multiple games on here that you can play. You can play the platformer, you can play this Rocket League style game, and have a lot of fun, essentially endlessly, with this game. There doesn't seem to be any amount of time that you're limited to. So this is basically, if you like this part of the game, it's not even a demo, it's just a game you've downloaded for free. Up next is Pinball FX3. Not only is this not a demo, it's quickly becoming one of my favorite games on the Switch. I am a big pinball fan in real life. Now, to be very clear, this is not a perfect emulation of pinball. I have not found a perfect emulation of pinball on any system, but as you can see, it's really brightly colored. It's a very robust table. It's one of these types of pinball games that you don't just want to load it up and start flicking around. You actually want to read about it, figure out how do you go through the story of the table. It's deep, it's long, I haven't beaten it yet, and it is a lot of fun. And what's really cool about this pinball game is that it really is a robust game. There's a leaderboard that it tracks not just for your account, but for the world, and you can get ranked on the leaderboard, and you can upgrade your table and upgrade your experience and do all kinds of stuff there. And then when you finally do get to the point where you think, okay, I have beaten this game, I've gotten all I can get out of it, okay, then you have a choice. You can either delete the game and say, I have experienced this game, I've beaten this board, I'm done with it. Or you can go ahead and spend, say, like $2.99 and get a Walking Dead board, or as I'm very tempted to do, spend $10 and get a pile of boards, one of them being Archer. So essentially this is a really fun pinball game. It looks great. Even if you just want to get one free board, I think it is very much worth getting for one free board, and I think you will enjoy it immensely. I know I have. If nothing else, for free, you now have a pretty high quality pinball game on your Nintendo Switch system. Up next we have Pokken Tournament DX, which is a Pokemon fighting game. So if you like Pokemon or you like fighting games, I think you're going to be in business here. It only has 3 characters to start with, but they are Charizard, Pikachu, and this other dude, Empoleon or something. I never heard of him, but I do like Charizard and I do like Pikachu, so this is pretty cool. If you like fighting games or you like Pokemon, this is probably going to be a good pickup for you. The only downside of it is it only has 15 battles that you get to do. However, you can just delete it, re-download it, and keep getting 15 battles. So yes, it'll be kind of a pain. If you really fall in love with this game, it's just going to be easier to buy it. But if you just want a fighting game to have on your system, this is not a bad way to go. You'll have a fighting game, even if it's not going to be the most robust fighting game. You're not going to have all of the different elements and possibilities of it, but you and your buddy can get together and fight it out. Pikachu versus Charizard. Who is the greatest of them all? A game that really surprised me is Pic-a-PiX Deluxe. This game is really fun, actually. It's basically Sudoku plus a paint by numbers thing. It looks really easy here on the first puzzle, and it is. But as you get farther along, it gets more and more complicated, more and more difficult to actually solve the puzzle. And it's just a really fun kind of, you know, easy, light game that I like to play sometimes right before I fall asleep. This puzzle is really easy, but as you go on, they get a lot tougher. As you can see here, this isn't something where you just immediately start filling in spots. You have to really think about, oh my goodness, look at how monstrous this is. So a puzzle like this is going to take you quite a while. I've had some puzzles that took me, 30, 35 minutes to solve them. I'm not a master of the Pic-a-PiX Deluxe system yet. But so essentially you get quite a bit of usage for what you're putting in. It only comes with 12 puzzles to start with, but I think you'll find that's going to take you a little while to solve anyway. And then when you do solve them all, you really have a choice to make. You can either just delete the game and say, okay, cool, that was fun, I beat that game, I'm not going to play it again, I'm done with it. Or you might say, you know what, that game actually was really good, it's worth $7.99, that's not that much anyway, I'll go ahead and get it. I don't know for myself what that response is going to be. I haven't finished the game even yet. I've only done about 6 of the puzzles. So bottom line is, it's a nice, fun, free puzzle game. Yes, it's only 12 puzzles, but fine. Beat the 12 and decide after that. But you get free 12 puzzles. I think it's worth it. I think you'll enjoy it. It's definitely a free game worth getting. Do you like MegaMan? Of course you do. Everyone likes MegaMan. Well, there's no MegaMan yet for the Switch, though it is coming soon. And so instead, for now, you can play Mighty Gunvolt. And just to make sure you like it, Mighty Gunvolt has given you this demo. It only has 3 stages in it, but it took me a little while to beat the first stage. I haven't even played the other 2 stages yet. It's quite a bit of fun, and I think you'll find it's worth picking up. Just even if you're not playing to buy Mighty Gunvolt, it's a free game essentially. You can play through several levels, and I have a feeling that if you like MegaMan really at all, you're going to find that this is definitely a game you're just going to go ahead and pick up anyway, because it's not very expensive. So this is one of those demos that it's kind of getting you into the game, but you do get to play a decent enough chunk of it, I think, to make it worth picking up, even if you're just looking for a free game. So the last free game I want to talk about today is Snipper Clips. Snipper Clips is just one of those really fun party games that you can play with for the demo, one other person, or by yourself. I'm just here by myself, swapping between the 2 guys, filling in the spots. Oh my goodness, I'm amazing. But essentially, Snipper Clips is both pretty challenging and fun, and the demo seems to have several levels. I have not finished the demo yet. I went through, there's this tutorial that you begin with when you fire it up, and then you play through a bunch of levels, and it seems to be a pretty decent way to at least figure out if you like this game. It's also cool to have on the system for when people come over. Someone might say, I want to try Snipper Clips. Now you have it. That's the main reason that I have it. I don't actually play Snipper Clips often, but when someone comes over, they might say, oh, I've heard about this amazing Snipper Clips game. Do you have it? And I can just go ahead and break it out and say, yeah, sure I have it. See? This is right here. So I think it's just a good game, worth having on your Switch, even if it's only going to be a partial version of the game. It has several levels. It's a lot of fun. It's something you can play with anyone, with parents, grandparents, children, whoever wants to play can have a good time doing it. I think you'll enjoy Snipper Clips. I think it's worth getting, again, for free. Remember, this is costing you nothing, just space on your Switch. So the bottom line is, let's say you have a new Switch. Let's say you're limited on funds. There are a ton of games out there worth getting for free. Many of these demos have really robust demos that are going to let you do a lot with the game. Some of them are like Pinball FX that give you the game for free. You've got a table. You can play as much as you want. Eventually, you may decide, I love this and want to get another table. But if not, you're still set up. Some honorable mentions out there for some games that I've enjoyed the demo quite a bit. Kirby Star Allies has a really short demo, but it's still quite a bit of fun, actually. It'll give you a really good idea of whether or not you want to buy Kirby. It's funny, when I played it, I decided no, but my daughter decided, heck yeah, we're buying it. And the way you can find out all the demo games is you go into the eShop, you go to search, you go scroll down to games with demos, you click it, and now you've just got a list of all of these basically free games you can try. Some of them are going to have really robust demos. Some of them are just trying to get you into the game. I played Just Dance 2018, and if you like one song by Bruno Mars, you're in business. If you don't, maybe skip that particular demo. But Octopath Traveler has a cool demo. Nine Parchments is a great game. I think that demo is worth playing. I really personally enjoyed Implosion a lot. It actually caused me to buy the game. So the bottom line is there's a lot of free stuff out there for you and your Switch. And if you like the video, subscribe, hit like. I have a giveaway for the channel that's coming up at 10,000 subscribers. And I'll see you next time on Tiny Grimes Games.